What do you think is the best candy bar?
Wow.
I'm saying top 5 right off the bat. Hershey's with almonds.
I'm going to say Payday.
Wow. Okay. Well, the
classic.
I didn't expect to get there that quickly, but I guess we did. So before I get into this, Don't Breathe, horror film starring Stephen Lang. What'd you think of it overall?
Wait, hold on. Time out. Who the fuck is Stephen Lang?
He was the blind guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What other movies were he in?
He's in Avatar. He plays like the bad guy, the general that they fight at the end.
Oh, he was the guy that was in the robot in the big
Yeah, he was in the big robot.
That's him?
Yeah, and he was also in Death of a Salesman.
I didn't see that.
He's in some other stuff, too.
Isn't that like a black and white movie?
Yeah, it's like an old movie. It's based on an Arthur Miller play. You know Arthur Miller? He's a playwright.
No. I learn something new every day.
Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
We messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool. It kept me entertained. It wasn't...
I felt it was a lot deeper than your average horror film. They tried to give the characters more personality. A lot of horror films, they're missing heart. They just go for this jump scares, bloody kills. They don't give the characters... You don't care about the characters. You don't care when anybody dies. In this movie, I felt conflicted about who I was rooting for, because the whole premise is that these 3 kids, they want to rob a blind war veteran who wins $300,000 in a settlement after his daughter is in a car accident.
In the beginning, when they tell you the story, you instantly feel bad for the veteran. They were like, yo, this veteran nigga got some bread in the crib. Let's go get him because I need some chicken.
And I'm thinking, like, these kids are well, first of all, these kids are idiots. They think they're going to rob a blind guy. You know, people should know that when you go blind, your senses get enhanced.
That luminescent view.
Yeah, the luminescent, the smells, the hearing,
the night
touch,
vision.
The night vision.
He was on his shit.
And then douchebag, the leader, is like, oh, we'll go in the middle of the night while he's sleeping, not while he leaves.
He's mad predictable the way he went about his whole thing. Like, he seemed like the first person that was going to be gone instantly.
Yeah,
just off his actions, just the way he was just going about the whole shit. Like, oh yeah, he's asleep. He didn't even check to see if he was knocked out all the way. When you put the gas in there, like, you just sat it down and then just hope for the best.
Which was a very intense scene when the guy first wakes up on the bed.
Oh,
so they break into his house, they go into his bedroom, they try to knock him out with this gas, and they make a slight sound, and all of a sudden this guy's up straight on his bed. And I was like, what the fuck? They did a good job of trying to focus in on all the little sounds.
Yeah, the sound people did a wonderful job.
Going into the movie, I felt like, am I rooting for the blind guy to kill these idiot kids? And then as the movie goes on, you realize that this guy is just a complete psychopath. He kidnaps the girl that killed his daughter and wants to impregnate her to give him another child.
But it's like you're not thinking that in the beginning of the movie until the 2 victims, or I don't even know if you want to call them victims or
the robbers.
Like, yeah,
that's the thing.
Until that scene happened, and then you're like, oh shit, because that surprised me. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, when that happened, when she came out and the light came on, and you just see another person. I'm like, hold up, what the hell?
I thought that was like a booby trap, like a fake body, like to scare them.
That's exactly what I thought in the beginning until they flashed back down there, and I was like, oh.
And then all of a sudden it fucking flips. The whole movie just flips. It goes from
your thought process is just like, hold up, this guy, there's something wrong with this.
This guy, yeah, like
it's not what I thought. I knew there was something wrong with him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right. And then from that point on, you're rooting for the kids who put themselves in this situation. And the whole thing with the girl, like I said, they gave her more depth, they gave her more characterization, that she wanted to get out of Detroit, and this was her opportunity to rob this man, take the money, which is $300,000. You're not getting out of Detroit with that. If you're splitting it 3 ways, $100,000. You're not living off that. In California? Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. It's over in California. Yeah.
She should go to Puerto Rico. So the movie gets flipped. Now you're rooting for the kids. And the whole scene when he talks about how he was impregnating this woman, that he claimed to not be a rapist, but he's a rapist.
What'd you think about his voice?
Oh.
He sounded kind of like Bane a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
he was like,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, God's not real.
I was like, oh shit. Bane?
I was like, oh shit, man.
I was like, this is your uncle?
What happened to you, Bane?
Related?
That whole scene when he's talking about how he impregnated the woman, and he was trying to say, look, I'm not a rapist, I never forced myself inside of her. And he had the whole like syringe of semen. It's so fucking weird and twisted.
But then doesn't it make you think like, all right, how did this accident occur? Was it a hit and run, or like was she like drunk? Does it make you think, is this guy in the right for doing what he did? Is that girl that he's doing everything, that she deserved that? Because at the end of the day, like he said, her people are wealthy and they're always going to get away with stuff. So like of him thinking like, I'm going to give you a judgment.
Even the score.
I'm going to what I feel should happen to you if nobody else is going to do it.
I think me and you can agree that kidnapping and forcing your semen inside of a girl
Wrong. Yeah.
Wrong. Not good. It brings up the perspective of that character, putting yourself in his shoes.
He actually said, he was like, when the new girl that he had down there, and she was like, I understand. He was like, no, you don't. I could feel him on that. Even though I don't know how it is, natural human feelings.
To go to that extreme.
Yeah, he dragged it. Like, that's a drag. Her getting some time in jail, and I'm assuming that whatever punishment she probably would have got from a judge wouldn't have been enough, because at the end of the day, he lost something that he can't get back.
When she said to him, this isn't going to bring your daughter back, and he was like, no, it will, because I'm going to have a new child. It's a thought-provoking horror movie. We're actually having a debate of who was right. You know, you have these kids who are robbers, who are committing crimes. They're taking advantage of this blind war veteran. They're all bad people. By the end of the film, I was rooting for the kids.
I was just hoping that the girl got out, because it's like, damn, get the fuck up out of there. I know you came here to get some money.
She couldn't leave the money, though. She just couldn't leave without it.
Even after the dude got his dome piece blown to fucking smithereens.
How many of you are there?
Just me, man, all right? Just let me go, please. Okay, I swear to God.
Or when the dog was chasing her and she was trying to figure out how she can get out of the car and still get the money.
I thought they kind of dragged it a bit, like as far as like her getting away from a dog. If that was me, I don't want to sound sexist. With
You're saying
things.
You would have fought the dog?
Me personally, I would have been like, yo.
You would have squared up with that fucking hound.
Fuck it. But I mean, but also when I was thinking about that, I'm like, I did come across some information saying that Rottweilers do have one of the strongest bites, stronger than pit bulls. Like they have a bite, a force.
Stronger than crocodiles?
I don't know.
Probably
not.
Nah,
Crocs are.
Now, if he would have whipped out a crocodile, but I was so conflicted in the movie of, do I want them to kill the dog or do I want the dog to kill them? Because I love dogs. I didn't want them to kill the dog, but I kind of did.
Cute when they're puppies. I was just hoping the dog was just on some like honestly, I thought the dog was just gonna be knocked out from the whole movie.
No, you knew he was coming back.
But yeah,
Come on, you knew he was got to make his
But
comeback.
when he did come back though,
He
I was
showed up
surprised.
like Bill Murray.
When he first came up, when he was down the hallway, I was like, "Oh shit, I
thought
forgot
it was the
about
guy.
him." Mad quick, right?
And the dog was like, da 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 da.
Yeah. And that shit didn't put me to sleep.
The lesson of the movie is don't live or be from Detroit because it's horrible. They go to rob this guy, this war veteran. They were like, he's the last one in this town. All the other houses are abandoned. So every time there was a gunshot or a scream, nobody heard it because nobody was in this fucking town.
Wow.
It's just completely deserted. It's deeper than your average horror film. What would you give this movie?
I'm gonna give it.
You know, I'll give it an 8.3.